It's everywhere. Front page news. Wherever you get your news, which probably isn't on the front page of fucking anything. It's on some algorithm that tells you what's news and what ain't news. Pardon me, I'm just trying to kind of clean up my desk a little bit here, make it presentable. Check this out. This is if a worm wore pants. So if you've opened up any of your favorite social media or gaming news website that covers all things Call of Duty, you have probably seen headlines and posts something like this. And today I just wanted to go over some of the talking points, some of the allegations, if you will, and make a case that I don't think it's as deep as people are making it out to be. First and foremost, Activision recently put out this blog post talking about Ricochet, the anti-cheat. It's a very short read, although to be honest, there isn't a lot in it. And I want to just say, first and foremost, huge props to the devs for this level of communication, as always. That said, blog posts like these are, I think, it's a very fine line to walk. Because most of the people who are reading these blog posts either A, don't fully get what's going on. I put myself in that category. I don't know shit about shit. They're talking about stuff in here. Kernel driver detections to block memory tampering. You might as well tell me to hack the fucking mainframe. Don't know what that means. I'll say it a million times here later. I play on fucking console. That might exclude me from this conversation, and you know what? That's fair. But so blog posts like these have to walk this fine line of dumbing it down enough that it still makes sense to layman people like us, while also trying to give the people who do know what they're talking about a little bit of something just to kind of hint like, hey, we're going in the right direction without, and this part is key, giving away too much information, showing their hand, and showing cheaters, hey, this is exactly how we're doing it. Giving them the answer key to, oh, you guys are doing XYZ? Oh, well, we just have to do fucking ABC 1, 2, 3, twiddle a couple of nipples, and we're in. But the response from the community, I don't think has been positive. The conversation around cheaters has just gotten bigger in the last few days. Obviously, it's all talk. There's no concrete way to know if the game actually has more cheaters or less cheaters. Because who the hell knows? How do you know how many people aren't getting caught for something? And unfortunately, something like this, like many things, kind of just run on vibes. Does it feel like the cheaters are gone, or does it feel like every single lobby I get into, I just get aimbotted through walls? And it doesn't help that regardless of the state that the game itself is in, if you were to turn on your PC or Xbox or whatever, jump into a match, regardless about what that match is like, clips like this can go viral at any time, even if the clips are from months ago, or even if in the clip they get banned. It is still a piece of evidence, a piece of proof saying there were at some point cheaters in this game, and it can still be shared around as if it's happening right now. And now I can only speak on behalf of me when I play the game, my own experience, but I have never run into something like this, at least not knowingly. And now, yes, it could be that I suck so much shit at this game that I'm not even put into lobbies with people like this, or it's that it only happens in ranked play now, which I don't play because, well, I don't know if you heard, I kind of suck shit at this game. Honestly though, what pisses me off and what made me want to make this video, cheaters just they suck, right? They're bad. Hot takes with replay mode here. But I wouldn't dislike them as much if they weren't so fucking boring. Like back in the day, we had what I would call fun cheats. People be running around with speed hacks, or ones that gave you and everyone else in the lobby 10th prestige, which is still the only way that I actually reached that in MW2. But now, it's all just aimbots and wall hacks. Like, if we're gonna be infested with cheaters, I want my KSV to shoot sharks. I want you to slap a stretched out meat spin gif as your camo. I want to see kill cams that look like this again. Like, if you're gonna do it, have fun. What the fuck? What are we doing here? What's the point of ruining ranked play for this? Oh, and I forgot. Actually, as I was putting together my notes for this video, I came across this article, which actually is just a tweet. I don't know why Every news article is just a link to a tweet now, a complete aside. But what the fuck are we doing as a society, man? It used to be that the only way you knew if something was real was if you found a news article about it on Twitter. But now it's the opposite. Every time you find a news article, it just links back to Twitter. It's a self-eating Ouroboros. This is a tweet by Nuke Jesus. He tweeted out an image from what seems to be a Discord where people buy hacks, and they're offering 3 kind of additional perks, is how they laid it out. You have Hunted, which highlights players red in view up to 125 meters. That seems like wall hacks to me. Don't know how that's different. Specialist gives you all the perks in the game. Speed Boost gives you 25 movement speed, 100% reload speed. That sounds kind of like what I was talking about with speed hacks. But what I found odd, it's $30. $30 is nothing, man. Flipping it now to the other side, I have seen a lot of people start talking about how if you hack the game, you should see jail time. And, that's absurd. We're talking about prison. We're like literal, actual prison with like serial killers and tax evaders and people who pee in public. I'm sorry, these are not the same people. Prison means a trial. That means some prosecutor out there is being paid by the state to prove whether or not someone with the Activision ID Barack Hussein Obama was cheating or not when he got this 5 on in Search and Destroy. I've been called terminally online plenty in my life, and for good reason. I don't leave this I don't leave this chair. I'm here for 17 hours a day. This couch back here, purely decoration. Never sat on the damn thing. And even I can admit, this is some chronically online shit. Like, if Activision wants to sue cheaters or cheat providers, that's fine. That's whatever. You can do that. But no one's doing community service for this. No one's picking up trash on the fucking freeway. And no one's going to Cell Block H for this. I get that it can be frustrating. I get that it can be just like, you know, oh, he got me. I don't like the term, it's just a game. But sometimes it is. Do you guys remember that like weird anti-cheat stuff that they were doing a few years ago? They would have different effects hit you if you were cheating in Warzone. Like there was one that would turn everyone on the map invisible, or like another one that would make your bullets not register. That was some wild, like why did they do that? If you've detected that they're cheating, just ban them. It's like if someone is found guilty and is placed on death row, but instead of giving them the electric chair, you have them play musical chairs, where one of them will give them the zappy zap. And you know what, honestly, you guys let me know if this is your experience too. But I feel like I've been hearing a lot less about false bans lately. And now, I have never actually been false banned. I've not been shadow banned, to my knowledge. Every time I've checked, it says, you're good to go, green light. But rewind like a year ago, and it feels like everyone was getting shadow banned for absolutely no reason. Everyone and their mother was screaming about this shit. And that's weird, because my mother doesn't even play Call of Duty. Alright, she's more of a cooking mamas type girl. When's that collab coming, Treyarch? Although there have been a lot of voice chat bans, some false ones, allegedly. And it's one of those things I really don't have much of an opinion on. Like, if you're false banned, that sucks. At least when it's voice chat, like, you can still play the game. I don't use in-game voice chat. I don't know anyone who does. If people are actually out here being banned from voice chat when they haven't even talked in voice chat, that's a problem. Like what are we doing here? I do also kind of hold the belief, though, that like 98% of the time when someone is accused of cheating, it's purely just because they got outplayed. Like, have you guys ever heard of the term Occam's razor? Let me Google it. Let me make sure I'm understanding it correctly. Occam's razor
is a principle of theory, construction, or evaluation according to which other things equal explanations that posit fewer entities or fewer kinds of entities are preferred to explanations that posit more.
Okay. I was kind of looking for something more in layman terms. I didn't want to have to translate. Suppose an event has 2 possible explanations. The explanation that requires the fewest assumptions is usually correct. So if you die in Call of Duty, there's 2 things it could be. That someone who is playing the game killed you by using the means given to them in the game that you are both playing, or you can assume that that person spent $30 to get an extra wall hack perk and is just so good at hiding it that other than this one kill, they have blended in, they've assimilated perfectly with the rest of the population. One of those is simpler, and generally the simpler one is true. Now, not to say that cheaters don't exist, right? I've been showing footage of them this entire video. This is not AI generated. I didn't cook this up in a lab somewhere. But please don't listen to creators and streamers and anyone saying that this entire game is overrun by cheaters, because it's just not for most of us. I will say, if you are in the top 50, you're most likely gonna run into a cheater or two. Because, like I said, cheaters are boring as fuck and just wanna be at the tip top of that leaderboard. And that sucks for those players. It absolutely does. But also keep in mind that if you're in these insanely high skill lobbies, it's very, very easy to mix up high skill gunplay with cheaters. Because they're so close. And so of course it's gonna feel like the top 250 is full of aimbots no matter what, because people at that level are just fucking aimbots. I'm really just making this video to kind of combat the narrative that Black Ops 6 right now is in a just terrible state because cheaters are everywhere. When if you are someone like me, a standard normal guy playing a very standard and normal video game, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not that deep, man. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Huge shout out to our channel members. I'm sorry, I don't actually have them up in front of me. It's midnight right now as I record this. Merry Christmas, everybody out there. This will be my last post until then. But don't worry, at some point, probably before the new year, we're gonna have a big banger of a video coming up pretty soon, I think. So that's all.